my mama stopped working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I...
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Locke. And he'll be taken down, but not before. They work it across midfield.
To John Ross. A 28-yard gain. And the Bengals first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977. But since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams. And the Bengals have won 11 of them, including the last meeting back in October of 2015. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Out of the gun, Locke. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Locke. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you. Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Bullock's kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
We ain't beginning to turn you up.
Touch 50, touch 50. You guys, listen.
Check safety, check safety. Check 3, check 3. Check 3, check 3.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And his pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Shift, watch the shift.
Look up right there. Look up for signal. No.
Hey, watch the edge, watch the edge.
Undercrush.
To throw is Wilson. To throw again. It'll buy some time right.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Kill. Slam. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down. 4th down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. The Bengals drive about to get going. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, a give to Mixon. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check, 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 check.
Luck going to try to run the option left. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Out from the shadows of their goal line. Here's 1st and 10 from the 11. To throw is Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Hey, Mike, 50. Check Mike 50. Let's go, let's go. Watch it. Alert. Come. Switch. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Look for signals.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready? Kill. Go. Touch 50. He's coming. Check. Tight dog. Safe. One left.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson dance, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
Brings up 3rd down.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Check. Fresno. Alert. Check hot. Check. You guys listen. Gun. I got motion man. Me. Gun tight.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jordan Evans providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Seahawks 48-yard line.
Check out. 40. Monday. Check girls. Hey, alert 3. Check 24. Monday. 11 feet. Hey, orbit.
On first down, it's Love. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Ross. For a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, 48 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, he's checking, move.
Got it. Hey, alert. Back. Hang out. Bam. Right now, start.
Operating from the gun. Wilson going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 47 yards. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Bengals.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
It's our time. 49. Watch the back.
A shotgun snap for Love. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Bravo!
Luck throwing again. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
0-0. Watch block, motion, block. Front left. Jam. Move team.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Left pass. Move team.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Showing it.
Hey, 0-0.
Begin.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. After the sack on first down, Wilson, and he's got the hook up to Moore. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Going for he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Here's Bernard. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
Alert. Four down.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
He's coming. Double up.
Zebra. Let's go 14.
Hatch it. Wide. Get wide. Whip.
All go special. Run it.
Kill. Hey, turn it out. Check.
One left.
It's a safety creep. Check 99.
33 minutes.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it with Carson, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
Run it. That's good.
Second and 6 at the 33-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there at 22. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
On 1st down, Wilson. They'll roll him out right. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
25. Friday.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Friday.
Short. 50's the mark. Not today, you are.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson buying time to his... Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Bengals have recovered it. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Check out. Right, 6:22. 11.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. Friday.
Now Wilson throwing again. It's complete to Lockett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Wilson now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Go. Under 10. Watch the eye. Quick that.
This is Carson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Set the tone, defense, let's go. Switches.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
From the 39, Wilson to the right side, and he's got more complete. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Check. Good job right there.
Check.
Good, 4 down.
Hot. Check.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Got Gordon open, completes it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 31. Slam. Check 26. Let's go.
To throw again is Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Here we go. Who's 15? 50.
Hey, alert. Here we go.
Push left. Good job right there.
24.
Gun.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Step, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Luck. Got a man open. It's Ross. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Luck. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
24-yard gain on the play.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it here with the ball. And a short gain down to about the 33. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. On. Quote.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Ezekiel Ansah able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Alert. 25, check 25, check 25, check 43. Check the backer.
Now Wilson on first down, being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Alert. Check. Motion, 11 feet.
Hey, Haywood.
After the interception, it's Luck. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
3rd and long, it's Locke. He's got his man, Boyd. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Bengals.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. C.J. Anderson in the game. He gets it here. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They run it again with Anderson. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Locke escapes the sack, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Watch it up for signal. Hey, easy.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He sets to fire and got his man complete. 27 yards there, a 1st down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Alert. Touch 50. Let's go double count right here, double count. Check 3. Alert. Check 3. 8. Watch, off. Hey, 0. Cut.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 48 yards. as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the fourth. Extra point up and through by Myers, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got to...
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Michael Kendricks picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Luck. Michael Kendricks able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also fourth down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Luck. And Luck is going to run out of time and out of luck as well. It's a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they give up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Alert. Go.
Switch.
Wilson to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
That's Hey, alert. 14, front it.
Check.
Throwing now is Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And oh my, mistake there. Backs up, takes a fair catch at the 3-yard line.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
Wilson wants to throw it. Rolling to his left. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the victory here for Seattle. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Seahawks, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.